y'all. Welcome back for another episode of More to the Story. I am Farron Moore.
I'm to hear more.
I
I'm
said
Patrick
that
Cloud.
so fast,
Yeah,
and this is he's one of us.
Jumped in the intro.
We got 3 hosts now.
I jumped in the intro.
So Pat, thank you for joining us 2 weeks
Week
in a row.
2, yeah,
Yes.
same shirt. Same shirt.
SSG.
That's more than enough time to do laundry
Yeah.
Nah, I was sitting here the whole week,
for the whole week.
just waiting for the next
Turn the lights
episode.
off. All right, Pat. All right, see you later.
Shoot around me and everybody's podcast.
That's so stupid.
Shoot around me.
Imagine somebody coming in, he just sitting in the dark like, why didn't you turn the lights on?
It's
Right.
5 a.m.
It's like, dude,
That would
you
require
gonna
me to
move?
move.
Right. Can you move? No, I'm gonna stay right here. Oh, like that chick Keisha E said for her show I told you about. She was
yes.
slumped down and she was an extra in the background. She all slumped down in her chair. So they asked her to like sit up and look alert and stuff for the scene. And she was like, I'm not sleeping. And they were like, well, we can move you.
I'm not sleeping.
We can move you to the other side of the room. No, I'm going to stay right here. Okay, bitch, you are nuts.
Jesus.
I got up on
was
this.
so-
I sat right next to her, and she started complaining. She's like, so we're really going to be here all day? I was like, well,
You should just
we're
go.
all here. Right? I was like, well, we're all here on a voluntary basis. So I'm pretty sure that if you want to leave, no one can stop you.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, yeah, you're right. And she got up and left. I was like, whoo,
Hilarious.
Yo, she
thank
was wild.
you.
That's funny. She didn't know that she had control of her life.
It was like,
She's
how
like,
did
"You're
you
right."
not know what this
I
entailed?
thought I was being kept here against my will.
Oh, man.
That's
Child,
hilarious. All she
was
needed
a
was
weirdo.
the idea.
And as she left, like nobody made fun of her, but everybody just chuckled because it
Just
was
like,
so
"Oh,
awkward.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
It was so awkward. We were all so happy she left.
I like people-
Anyway.
I don't like
Anyway.
people like that. Not a fan.
So we have the convo cards.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask Pat,
Does
how's
it taste
it?
different, Pat?
What?
The way you looked at it, you was like, oh,
I
is this
haven't had. I don't drink soda anymore, so I was just like,
What
Diet
made you
Coke.
grab a soda then?
There's only soda.
There's
They
no
got,
water
a,
here?
they got a water cooler. Remember I told you they switched to the water coolers to stop by.
Oh, where's that?
It's in the
In the edit
editing
room?
bay. Yeah,
Ah.
so it's just in the corner, tucked out the corner.
I'll do that next time.
To
was like,
say
man,
he is not happy with his choice.
Diet Coke tastes like regular Coke that was like spilled on the street. It's like
But it's like I licked the street once, and this tastes a
little-
little bit like street.
some street in here.
That's so
Good time.
But yes, I have these combo cards, and I'm gonna keep it simple this time. Everybody answer your own question.
You be doing the cards.
Yeah.
You pulled these out on the boat.
Yes.
Mhm.
Is it the same deck?
Same.
this
This
is
is
like-
the
We got a
same
couple-
deck. We
oh,
have
yeah.
a few.
We got
of
like
them,
4
though.
decks, though.
I need to get some more though.
This is the jam.
Because I'm tired of answering these questions. Like, though I'm always playing with somebody new, it's like, I'm tired of answering the question.
This girl has tiny lips. Oh, whoa. Interesting.
Oh, this one is cool. All right, you ready?
Yeah. I'm asking them first?
Yeah.
All right. It has to be you.
You could just answer it yourself.
Read
she
it
said.
and then answer it.
I answer this?
Uh-huh.
Well, I can't have orgasms. Have you ever faked an orgasm? If so, why? I have. Oh
I was
my
just
God.
about to say, sir, you do
I
climax, and have you faked
That's
it?
so crazy.
Tell us the story. Come on, give us
I
some
was
background.
I was gonna say a little boy. I was not a little boy.
I was a
Hold
little
up.
boy.
I was
but a wee lad.
I was younger. I was in high school.
Oh, man.
And we weren't dating. We were just messing around. It was a girl from the Middle East. Let's say, I don't know where it is. Bangladesh, somewhere.
Okay, that sounds Middle Easty.
Very cute, very traditional parents.
Uh-huh.
So I pulled a sneak over type of thing, and we started having sex in her room. But before that, she was just like my parents come home, you have to like dip. Like
Right.
they're real traditional, which means no boys, definitely no niggas. I picked up on it right away. Like it would have been bad if it was a white dude, but it's terrible with me.
More bad.
So I was like, yeah, that's fine. So we're having sex, and she's very good at it. And this is like one of the times that it was so bad it just stood out to you. I finished so fast, like. It wasn't even my pumps. It was her pump. She was riding, and she did like 4 or 5 pumps. Bop, 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 bop. And I was like, uh-oh. But I hit it because I was like, uh-oh, maybe I could like keep going and no one will notice. And I was just like, no one will notice. And I felt it happen, and I was like, uh-oh, this is over. This is over. I felt my dick put his nightcap on. I felt my dick put a bonnet on and get in the bed. And I was like, how am I going to do this? So
I just imagine passing it with a lock sock because he got locks like he has.
So I guess now that I tell the story, I didn't fake an orgasm. I faked not having an orgasm. And then I was just like, oh shit, I just heard something. I said I heard her parents coming home. I was like, I heard something at the front door. She freaked out. She got up on top. She was like, oh shit, get dressed. And she was like running around the house. And she was like, hide in here. She put me in the closet. She had a really nice closet. And like, she had like this crazy hat collection. And I knew there was nobody at the door, so I wasn't scared. So I was in there trying on hats. I was in there trying on hats. And it was so funny because like, she opened the door and she was like freaking out. She was like, are you sure you heard anything? And I had a fedora on. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I heard the doorknob. I remember exactly what that fedora looked like. It was white. And and I was like relaxed. I wasn't scared. I had just nut. I was chilling. And she was just like, I'm so sorry to do this, but it's probably best if you leave. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And
Maybe you're right.
I was in that house for like, I kid you not, like 24 minutes. I don't even remember what it looked like. It was.
But you remember the fedora in the nice ass closet.
I remember the closet specifically. I remember what her bed looked like. And I remember what the hat looked like. I was just trying on mad hats.
Oh my god!
That's
bro.
the closest. That's the closest
my god!
I've ever gotten.
Somebody said, "Did you ever see her again in the biblical way? Did you ever smash again?"
Well,
Oh.
that was it.
He was like, mission accomplished.
It was a quick thing. That's so funny though.
Shit. Golly, man.
Okay.
That.
Women do take offense when you don't nut though.
Yeah.
It's way
Yes.
different.
Oh my God. I had that conversation with a girlfriend of mine. It was like, she was like, I don't know. I don't like when a nigga don't nut. That mean my pussy ain't good. And I was like,
Really.
that's traumatic as hell.
Yeah.
What? To say that?
to
think that?
even think that.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
If I'm too drunk or something, I'm not getting.
That's what I'm saying. It could be our state, or like our
Yeah.
state at the time, because like at the end of the day, dudes have smashed women that they thought were not attractive at all.
Mm-hmm.
And they nut. Like, dicks want to nut. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like,
dick go eat.
it's not like somebody's fucking and they're just like, this pussy isn't as good as I want it to be. And the dick's
Right.
just
I'm gonna
like,
save this nut.
no, yeah,
Right.
yeah, no nut.
Guys
I'm
don't.
gonna just go to sleep.
That is.
very true. But yeah.
the nut.
I was like, that's so much pressure, like on everything and everybody. But okay, so my question is: sex during that time of the month off limits? Absolutely not. Yeah. Pat, what? Pat. I feel like Pat has a story.
I don't know. Pat, do you have a story,
I
or you
give
just
up.
like you just not?
This might be. I don't want to. I don't want to tell this story. Just coming up, I was always really freaked out about that specifically, and the times that I did do it,
The way you poked at it was
It
like
poked.
the
specifically.
few times that I did do it, my dick looked like a murder weapon. And I was so freaked out. I remember one time I was wearing white drawers, and I was still living at home, and I put my pants back on, and I had to throw the drawers away because it looked like I killed somebody. It literally looked like I was out killing somebody that night, and I was like, I had like a raincoat on. I was like throwing away these drawers that was bloody drawers.
Not a raincoat.
I was just like, it was always weird for me. But then growing up, I feel like I kind of went a little lax. So yeah, I don't mind. Just gonna leave
I
it at
love
that.
how you went full circle on it though.
Yes. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
It still freaks me out.
But yeah, it's always been okay with me. Like even getting oral when I'm on. I've had partners who insisted, on doing it. I'm like, yo, I'm on. It's like, I don't care. Okay, well shit. Go ahead.
Is there blood? Blood doesn't come out around the clitoris, right?
No.
Yeah.
So it's fine. But, some people are, a little more hesitant with it. So I can't do
what
the
did
red
you
wedding.
just think of in
What?
that moment?
Right. Please share with the class, Pat.
Oh God, I've done that once.
Oh.
And I was really drunk, and I whipped out my phone and I just did research. I was just like, where does the blood come out?
And this was after you had already did it?
No, before.
Oh, you
I was
really wanted to
fucked
get
up.
in there.
I was fucked up on like
You
livescience.com.
really wanted to get in there.
I fucked up. I was so fucked up on livescience.com.
Well, listen.
And I was just like,
how motivated are you if you that fucked up? But
But
still
still-
wherewithal to like
still
Google
on
something?
like
So
science.
did you have what they call the red wings?
Hell no. Hell no. I did it for a second, and it was like I just stayed near the clitoris, and then I was just like, no, never mind. But I was just like, Patrick, you dirty boy.
Not you. No negative talk. You did a thing.
It
You
was-
decided that thing wasn't your thing, so you stopped doing that thing.
But I didn't go anywhere near where it was red or bloody.
the Red River.
I just did a little bit of this, and then I was like, nah, not
What
for
was
me.
that episode called of Game of Thrones?
The red wedding.
The Red Wedding.
Oh, hell no.
That was a crazy episode. That was a
Hell
fucking
no.
crazy episode.
Someone said I was eating pennies. That's hell no. Hell no. No blood. I'm not into that. No, I would throw
I
up.
read that comment, but it was so much funnier coming from you for some reason.
Right.
I would throw up.
Okay.
What's your card back?
You have to buzz a nut to save your life. Would it take penetration, oral sex, or hand to make a hand? My hand is going to do it faster than anything else.
What?
The hand is going to do it faster than anything else.
First of all, what scenario is this? What is it? What fucking villain is this?
Some fucking
Bust it up to
Pornhub.
save your life, nigga.
Pornhub plot.
I'm gonna make the whole city bust a nut at the same time. What would that do?
If they're trying to
All
poison the
of St.
water,
Louis.
the city water tank to put everybody.
You guys have
gonna
24
bust
hours
the
to
nut.
bust a nut.
The anecdote is in this bank.
Oh my God. This is a lot.
What's
The
what were the
antidote. I
options?
used the wrong
Butthole,
word.
Not butthole. Yeah,
pussy, butthole, and hand.
It was penetration, oral, or hand.
Oh, oral. You
Yeah.
better bring out the specialist, or I'm dead.
Right?
You better bring out. You can't just bring out like the Secretary of Defense, and they're just like they're in a pantsuit. I've sucked my husband's dick before. Oh hell no, I'm dead.
Same. I get it. Oh my
The
God.
pantsuit? Why is she gotta be in a pantsuit?
No one in a pantsuit every day is giving sloppy toppy. Ain't no way.
Don't come for Hillary like that.
Ain't no women with a zipper out here giving the gawk.
Knock 5,000. All right. So today's episode is what now?
Did you answer it?
Faking
I
orgasm.
said the hand. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The hand I could go faster from.
Oh, duh, I heard you. Today we are talking about cartoon conspiracy theories.
Dun, dun, dun.
I know all of them.
Yes, I'm so happy to hear that. Let's
All
get
of
into
them.
it.
Let's do
get
it.
into it. Okay. So first and foremost, the SpongeBob one
Okay.
of it being a product of nuclear testing.
Okay, that's a good one.
Oh, have you heard that one?
Mhm.
I haven't
Okay.
heard this one.
Oh, really? Okay, so I'm going to just read this to you verbatim because I'm too high to try to remember it. While never explicitly confirmed by the show or its creators, there is heavy speculation that the world of SpongeBob SquarePants is a product of nuclear testing. The city of Bikini Bottom is believed to be beneath the island of Bikini Atoll, where in actual history, the U.S. detonated 23 different nuclear bombs during the Cold War. According to the theory, the extensive testing impacted the creatures surrounding the area, and thus SpongeBob SquarePants and his friends were born.
I love this stuff because it's just like it really shows how
Yes.
dark humans are.
Yes.
Somebody watched SpongeBob and was like, I could fuck this up.
But also think about the people, what they're basing it on. Everything is based in some truth. So what if in the writer's room that was the real basis and they just refused to confirm it?
You mean like that's how they came to that?
Yeah, that's how they came to them even being a thing. Or even the creators of SpongeBob. How it's like, man, all of that, I wonder if it had an effect on, you know, the what is ecosystem and what that would look like. And then poof, here we are.
I think these theories are always cool because they're just interesting. But I think if you really dig into the shows, there's like those small things that, you know, people who really, really, really watch the shows
That
that'll like
debunk it.
that would debunk it, like the fact that there are still humans in the show. Are they saying that that specific place is mutated or like the world ended?
No, they're saying that specific place. So it continues here. Fans claim there's some evidence to support this theory, such as the typical imagery of nuclear explosions showing up in the show a lot. Also, there's all the anthropomorphism and the obvious connection between the names Bikini Bottom and Bikini Atoll. As mentioned, no one with SpongeBob SquarePants has ever confirmed this theory to be true,
Right.
though it certainly does seem plausible that the cartoon is connected to this event in some way.
I always thought it was funny that, like, underwater they would be having explosions. So that's what I just attributed it to. Like,
There's a beach too.
yeah, the beach, and they would
Right?
go fishing and shit like that.
There's a bubble episode.
Right.
It's funny, like my favorite theory in SpongeBob is that Pearl, you know, the big whale, the girl, the Mr. Krabs is her sugar daddy instead of her actual
yes.
dad. And that's why she always asks for money and stuff like that. But
The
and
kid
also that's
just
why it's
told
a
me
whale
about that one.
whose dad is a crab. It's
Oh.
like- that really never made sense. So they say that that's a which is kind of weird because she's in
Wow.
high school, but
Yeah.
Right. I said that too. I was like,
So
ain't she
it's-
still in school? Like, she's a teenager.
yeah,
Yeah.
but there's like stuff that debunks that shit too.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's a very interesting one as opposed to just, you know, the cartoon characters.
But that's a good point, though, that there are, like, there's humans. There's regular people. We're just fine. We're not mutated.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like the Patchy the Pirate episodes.
And, yeah, and even down to the SpongeBob movie. Fucking David Hasselhoff was
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right.
Can't hassle the Hoff.
Yeah, that actually disproves it because they left the water and everything was fine.
Yeah, and went to the
And it was
damn
near
little
humans.
knick-knack shop.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Interesting.
So we shot that down. Boom. In
Sorry,
your face.
SpongeBob.
Very face.
It's a great
Okay.
cartoon though.
It is.
So this one, the Rugrats.
Ooh, great one.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you heard that one
Yeah.
too? Okay, so y'all, I'm gonna read it verbatim because again, all the Rugrats babies minus Baby Deal are dead.
Mm-hmm.
So according to this extremely
I
dark
didn't know
theory,
about the deal part.
oh yeah, this extremely dark theory, all the main babies of Rugrats minus Baby Deal are dead and merely a figment of Angelica Pickle's imagination. Chucky died in childbirth with his mother. Tommy was a stillbirth, and Phil and Lil were actually one child of an unknown gender that was aborted by their parents. This presumably explains the personality traits of each parent in the show and why none of them ever bothered to keep an eye on their children.
There were some pretty bad parents.
They were horrible parents.
really
And
bad
every
parents.
decision to leave them with the grandpa was like, why would you do this?
He would just sleep the whole episode.
Right.
The whole episode.
And they knew that was going to happen too. And they were just like, well, we need a night out.
But can we talk
Midnight
about
out.
Tommy's motor skills, though, using that little toy screwdriver to open up that gate? It's like, why your motor skills
Oh,
this
yeah.
good?
He was an escape
and you still
artist.
in diapers.
And you still bow-legged as fuck, boy.
As
Tommy,
fuck. You still barefoot. Like, they not even bothering putting whole outfits on you, son.
Yeah, that one is a dark one. I will admit, like
That
that,
one's super
one.
dark. I never got why it would be from Angelica's point of view, though. Like, why would...
Because she's the only one that can actually talk to them, and it's like at the age she is, she shouldn't even be able to communicate with them, and she can because.
So are they the
they're-
ghosts of
Yeah.
the dead babies? Because that's the one thing I was like, why would the parents tell all of that stuff to their little girl? Like, you were supposed to
But
have a bunch of friends running
kids
around here.
kids know a lot of what's going on. They
Yeah.
hear a lot of stuff. So
She could have been in another room. just
yeah,
overheard it.
or sitting in
About-
the same room and they assume that she doesn't know it. Why we talking like this bitch is real? But
really are. You got to.
But
If
yes.
you're going to put a
We're
theory
like
in it.
children hear everything according to Dr. Spock. Like, no,
That's
she's a cartoon.
That's a psychopath. If that was true, Angelica might be crazy.
Yeah, Angelica gonna grow up killing
She could be
animals.
dealing with multiple personalities. You know,
Yeah.
killing
Okay.
animals.
Animals. Shout out to Kanisha.
And
Shout out to
she never tried that shit with Susie, which was I always
Oh, yeah,
respected
yeah.
that.
She knew what
Yeah.
the fuck was.
She knew what it was.
So it continues here. The theory gets especially dark when Angelica supposedly hit Baby Deal, which caused his head deformity seen on Rugrats. It's certainly one of the most popular and twisted cartoon theories on the internet.
Oh, like she hit him all the time?
It says that, yeah.
Like she was abusive?
Damn,
I never heard of
The
that one.
theory hinges on the babies being a part of Angelica's imagination of what she thought the babies would be like, but Angelica doesn't appear in every episode. It's a solid conspiracy in terms of shock value, but I doubt we'll see this.
Oh
take
yeah, episodes
shape.
that she ain't in.
Yeah.
It's just like she's just thinking about that at school.
It's like we're actually just in her head that whole time.
that's a man. Somebody really. This
They
is
took
some pretty
their time
dark
and
people.
thought that one out.
That's dark.
Right?
Yeah,
A cartoon about babies. They're just
A
like
cartoon about babies. You're like, those babies are
Everyone's
dead.
dead.
Fuck
Everyone's
those babies.
Jesus Christ.
that's
And
wild.
they died in like the worst ways, like
Right.
a stillbirth and
Well, they
Like,
said
wow.
that's why Tommy's dad just be in the basement making toys.
yeah, for the kid he never got to have. Yeah, like it
right.
goes on from there.
Hey, it's really deep. It's really deep. Okay.
That could have also been his job.
Right.
It's like it was. He's just an inventor.
It's like, yeah, it's like, why are you building a crib? it's over. He's like, nah, still
But still, though.
still want this.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Rugrats.
Okay, so have you heard about the Pokemon one?
Which one?
The one about Ash being in a coma. Which one do you know?
Oh, I don't really remember that one. Let's do that one.
Okay. So Ash Ketchum has been in a coma through most of Pokemon. Pokemon has been on television for over 2 decades, and Ash Ketchum is still 10 years old in the latest iteration of the series. Characters not aging is a common thing in most cartoons, but in the case of Pokemon, where Ash has experienced several years of adventures and mentions those events, it's a little weird he hasn't aged a day. The reason behind this may be Ash slipping into a coma towards the start of the series.
Did he? When he got shocked or something?
Let me see. In this theory, Ash Ketchum fell comatose after his bike accident in episode 1, and everything after that is a dream. Dun, dun, dun. The people he meets are a manifestation of his inner psyche, and the adventures or trials he must overcome to escape his own mind and return to the real world. Man.
People are dark.
I want to know who's the first person who like lays out this story for the world to take it and run with.
Well, you have to have very selective skepticism because it's like somebody really sat down and was like, okay, throws a ball, an electric rat comes out, fights a dragon with fire. Okay, I'll get all that. Monsters running around, you got to fight them. You fight them till they're hurt enough to catch, then you train them, blah, 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 blah. That all makes sense. but why isn't he having birthdays? Like, like that's where the logic kicks
I
in.
can understand all this other stuff.
Why
but-
isn't this kid having birthdays?
But one thing I noticed though, and like they said in cartoons, the characters don't age,
Right.
but they usually don't recall a whole lot of the bullshit they've done in the past. Like everything
It's, like,
starts
brand new.
anew. So just the fact that I guess they're like, he's mentioning past things, and it's like, so you did all this in the same year?
Well, Archer, they always mention past things, and they always do cutaways on Archer.
Yeah, but they never, ever, they are aging on Archer because
Mm-hmm.
we saw the little girl grow up. And they also, they do that so that you can't pinpoint the time zone,
the time
frame,
Okay, yeah.
or whatever of the show.
Well, you
So
also don't want to
know-
redesign the character too. You know, like
Yeah.
if they age, that's a common thing. Like, obviously nobody in Family Guy aged. Bart Simpson's been that age forever
Mm-hmm.
because it's like also like if Bart Simpson becomes the iconic. The show's been on for like 50 years. He'd be like, what, 50 right now? Like, no one wants to see that. Like,
Yeah.
no one wants to
Even
see
on the episodes when they do have him grow up, it's like, oh.
yeah, no one wants to see Stewie at like 23, like, ooh, deuces with the deuce. You want him at that iconic
woman.
stage that you like him at. So I think that's just like a cartoon thing
Yeah.
either way. Plus, also like a 45-year-old man fighting Pokemon is a little creepy as your main your main character. You kind of want him to be a kid.
Oh my God. I got a weed delivery the other day, and the guy, he had the Pokemon app, like full grown older dude had the Pokemon app on his phone. And I was like, Lord Jesus.
How did you know?
Because
Sometimes
they
they have
use
this
their
setup.
phones to basically, it's like Uber or Postmates
gotcha.
to check in when they get there. They use their phones, and he was pulling up his Venmo for me to tip him.
Gotcha.
So
I was just like, how did you see the app? And
Yeah.
My parents are Pokemon Go fans.
really,
It's like a fun little old thing that the old community be doing.
really,
They be meeting up and having like, oh, they know more about Pokemon than I do.
wow.
And I'm a fan.
Oh my God, you sharing that just made that so cute.
Pokemon Go, they literally just be going out. They'd be like, oh, there was a raid down the street. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, we just got some shiny Pikachus.
Random
Wow, not they caught a raid.
thing that happened. I was out of town, and Farron and the kid had some food delivered. And this guy I used to work with at I don't even know. I think it might have been Carmax or something like that. It's like, hey, you're such and such. You're his wife or something, right?
No, I wasn't even out there. The baby was out there by
Oh, just a
herself.
kid, yeah.
And so he asked her if she knew you or
Really?
or what was related to you or something, and she was like, yeah. And
That's when he went on explaining who he was and
yeah.
stuff like that.
It
But I'm
was
just
like-
like,
that dude,
how did-
that's hella creepy.
how did you remember that?
and
like,
how did you know the baby?
Right,
That's
like,
weird.
yeah, like, how did you like? I get okay, you've seen Farron in a lot of content, but the kid is like, I mean, she's
she's been on mine more, but still, it was just weird.
Not enough to
And
like,
I mean-
be like, yeah, I know who you are.
yeah, that was very weird.
Very
And then he
strange.
reached out to me, he
And
was like,
maybe, my name was on the box too. Was on the order too. So
no, that was very creepy when you sent me the message.
But
Then he hit me
now
up.
we need to change our names on these damn delivery
Deliveries, yeah.
apps.
Farron is always on me about like
Safety.
safety, right? Like even when we went to Vegas and I was like, yeah, everybody was trying to buy us drinks and pour us up. She was like, that's not safe. I'm telling her the story like from the guys like, oh man, this is so cool. This happens.
Right.
She was like, that's not safe. She was like, y'all are getting too big to make yourself that exposed.
Oh, I was watching.
Yeah.
That's
I
good
was
to
watching.
know.
I poured all my own.
Because one of the things I didn't understand why he was so excited, because I'm like, dude, you get noticed all the time. Like people, like we can't go anywhere. We've gone to other countries and people have noticed you. So it was like, that ain't nothing new. You were just in Vegas.
Right.
So, but it was like exciting for him. And I was like, that shit ain't safe.
And you know what it was? I didn't explain right the VIP thing when a person saw us walking by. I made it seem like they were just able to just come over to the section. But the chick actually talked to the security guard. Security guard came over and told us, and then if we wanted to go over, that's what I didn't explain that part in detail.
did not.
And she was like, "So what? Motherfuckers was able to just walk up to the VIP?" Well, how the fuck is that safe? I was like, oh, no, what happened was this. Then Pat went to go verify, oh, she just wants a picture for her brother, that type of thing.
That was wild. There's too many people there.
Cat James.
Too many
There's
people.
way too many
It
people
was
there.
Cat James get on me too like that. When Cat came to the Sacramento show and I had the shirts with her, she was like, who's gonna sell your shirts? I was like, I'm just gonna sell it. She was like, nigga, no, you're not.
Exactly. I be saying the same thing. I'm like, man, I know flights are expensive or it's hard finding people, but you need to put that, like, that needs to be a priority.
I was just going
Getting
just sell.
somebody to man his merch table.
Oh, instead of doing it yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
I was just gonna do it.
Exposing
Just sell
himself
it.
far
Just
too
sell
much.
it.
But okay. So next on this list, I did not know this one. That Scooby Doo and the crew, they don't age because they're ghosts too. But I had never heard
I've
like
never
they're
heard this
making
one, too.
everybody ghosts.
Somebody's really just watching cartoons and was like, everyone's dead. Let's make this work. Everyone's
They're
dead.
like, let's start there. Everyone's dead, and then we'll break it.
we'll figure
This is
everything out.
this is
We'll
how
make it work.
but this is the basis, right?
Basis.
You want to do a
Everyone's dead.
conspiracy? Okay. Who all dies? Everyone.
Everyone.
That's
Everyone's dead. Let's start there. Make it make sense.
So, speaking of cartoon characters who perpetually stay the same age, there's a particularly funny theory that Scooby-Doo and friends don't age because they themselves are ghosts. The teens continually appear throughout the decades, largely unchanged because they're a group of wandering spirits who are traveling aimlessly from town to town and exposing fake ghosts and ghouls along the way.
That's hilarious.
Isn't it weird they never have a location to go and never accept payment?
Except, oh.
Yeah.
That'd be a weird part of the show, though.
It's like,
All right, can you guys invoice me?
That
Yo,
was
net
like
30 at a haunted
travel
castle?
plus expenses.
But they also never
Had the
sign
whole
up for it.
crew on
Right.
the ground.
That is
They
true.
they just pull up and they're like, we'll do this.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
who
It's
do
like,
you
where were
invoice?
you
Pete,
even
police?
headed? Where were you actually headed?
They
before
are
you
never
stopped
headed, and they're just
in
always
this
breaking
random
down.
ass town? Yes. So it continues. I believe this theory is strengthened by the fact that the Scooby-Doo franchise has confirmed that actual ghosts and ghouls exist in its universe, which means Mystery Inc. could totally be ghosts as well. That's a reach. The fact they're frightened when actually encountering real spirits may be some existential crisis in which they're all unable to reconcile their own fates, which is why they're so hell-bent on disproving the existence of the supernatural. The more I think about this theory, the more I love it.
It's pretty cool. It's almost like they're like, y'all ain't real ghosts. We the real ghosts. Like, yeah, this is a person.
Or
Right.
maybe they're just hell bent on like having ghosts get to their eternal resting place.
But
like,
there's
these
never
are-
any
No,
ghosts.
There's
Yeah,
never
yeah,
any
yeah.
ghosts. They always prove that there is no ghost
Ah,
because
gotcha,
they
gotcha.
themselves don't even believe they're ghosts.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. I missed it.
Yeah,
So,
Ray, keep up.
but they be eating.
they do.
Scooby-Doo and Shaggy be eating all the time.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so weird that they made them like vegetarians. That's
What?
so weird to me.
They
Shaggy and Scooby.
they be eating like meat
vegetarians.
sandwiches though.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I think I've seen them
Yeah,
eat
yeah,
like
yeah.
meat
Well,
sandwiches.
on one of the movies, they made a very big deal about
Oh, the
eating
live
vegan
action
thing. Yeah.
Oh, maybe
about
them.
it
I
being
didn't really
vegan.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's Scooby-Doo being dead is I just like how there's somebody out there that's just like, why the hell aren't these cartoon characters aging? Like,
it bothers
it's like
them that
that's
much.
somebody's just
cartoon.
like, I gotta figure this shit out.
They
Like,
can't just let that just be the standard. For
It can't.
cartoons.
It
It's
can't
you
just be
got
like
to-
for the money and to keep the franchise going. It has to be
Yeah.
a reason.
gotta be a way.
Like the whole reason behind them drawing most cartoon characters with 4 fingers instead of like having 5
'cause
digits
of
all
laziness,
together.
Yeah,
just saves
just
time and
easier.
money.
Yeah.
Do they have 5 fingers? The mystery machine people?
Yeah, I think
have all
Mystery
5?
Machine people.
That's funny.
Yeah, they do.
I just read like a couple months ago, if not like a month ago, that one episode of The Simpsons takes 6 months to do. Even
Really?
now, with everything that all the technology that we have, yeah, it seems like maybe they're one of the last ones that does everything still by hand, but still doesn't make sense because it seems like it takes so much
They are
more.
traditionalists. They're the last people. Them and Family Guy have the last bands, like actual big bands that perform.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
Oh, really?
else is digital. Yeah. I got to go for a field trip to the Fox theaters, and they had just the sketch drawings of before they animate it, and the band just watched it, and there's like these little markers at where they like play and stuff. It's pretty interesting, but they were just like, yeah, a lot of those musicians are out of business, or like they're out of work because studios don't hire them anymore. The Simpsons is like the last people who do it besides Family Guy, so that might be a thing. They they might do the animations old school too.
So totally off the subject, but still pertains to Family Guy. Have you ever zoomed into the little dancing show part and the intro?
Yeah.
Like throughout the seasons, and see the detail that
the pictures and
they
everything.
change throughout.
Oh, you mean in the house?
Yeah. when they
not
go to
just in the house, no, but them dancing on the stairs and the fountain.
What
and
details did they change at the?
Oh, it
in the-
gets
in the
so
story?
crisp.
all the very first seasons, all of the women were it was the same woman. It was copy and paste.
Right.
And then later on, by like season 4, they started adding in different female characters from the cast.
Okay.
And they changed. I don't think Meg, when she tips her hat, I don't think her hat was under the top hat in the first few seasons, but
Yeah.
then they
That's funny.
added it. Like it's a bunch of little stuff. It's really cute.
So, creating an episode of The Simpsons consists of writing, then voice acting, and finally animation. However, the episodes take a lot of time to make, approximately 5 months. So, several episodes need to be produced at the same time. And this is of October
crazy.
15, 2021.
South
So
Park
it
be
wouldn't
cranking
be
it out in like a day.
faster? Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think Family Guy said it takes them a week.
That's crazy.
Yeah, on his
gotta
little
be quick on
100th
them
episode special
topical
or whatever
things.
that was.
Right.
Yeah.
We see a South Park.
South Park is weirdly quick.
South Park, one of TV's longest running animated sitcoms, it's done in just 6 days, they say. 6 fucking days compared to 5 months for an episode.
But they also are
Wow.
cartoon, like cardboard characters.
Yeah,
that are
yeah,
just,
yeah.
Like walking around like that.
Right. Like they're literally doing nothing. I have so much. The older I get, the more respect I have for that show.
It was like 2 guys doing that. Like that's
Yeah.
so crazy.
Even that movie, Basketball, that shit was so crazy. It's
They're
still
so
like,
funny, man.
yeah, it was a great one.
They're
It was a
so
great one.
underrated.
I haven't
insane.
seen Basketball, but for some reason I've been wanting to watch Sausage Party.
Oh,
That's Seth Rogen. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually really funny.
It is.
I'm
oh
surprised.
shit.
Is that Seth Rogen?
Mm-hmm. It's a Seth
Wow.
Rogen movie.
What?
McFarlane has explained that normally it takes 10 months to produce an episode because the show uses hand-drawn animation, and that's for Family Guy.
Oh shit.
Oh, really? Because
Didn't know
he
they were still
said
doing that.
something took them a week on the thing, but maybe
I
that
think it
was a
was just-
different
yeah.
part.
Nah, I think it was just Stewie being, because Stewie or Peter just saying some shit.
Oh,
But
okay.
like, yeah, I've heard, some of them still just do it the
They're
traditional way.
They
Well, I
like
stand
changed a
corrected.
lot too. Like if you watch the original episodes, like it looked like shit, and
Oh,
now
yeah.
like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have camera work and
Yeah,
stuff. Like,
Stewie was so ugly, and their eyes did that weird thing.
isn't it crazy that if you watch the first few episodes, like there's a different Meg,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and
She
like,
was
voice-
really in
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
script at first.
Lacey Chabert.
Oh yeah. Oh, you talking
Lacey-
about like that? I thought you were talking about like her character
Oh,
development.
it was just more.
Yeah, she was more involved.
I don't
in
think
the
Mila has time to be doing it like but it's so crazy. Like that's such a huge ship to have missed out on.
But you know what? When they do a Meg episode, though, like they really like she has such a strong presence on the show now. Like, and she's so mean. She like, over everybody's shit.
Her and Lois though. Lois be really over their
That
shit.
girl went outside and pulled that bottle of vodka out that garden and started drinking. First thing, I was like, yo.
The episode where Peter was blind and she just stopped doing her makeup and her roots was showing and all that. And Brian was like, "Oh Jesus, Lois." He was like, "Oh well, Peter's blind, so I'm not really trying anymore."
So stupid. Oh my God.
that's crazy.
What happened? The first Meg, she wanted more money, right?
More money, or just was like, I don't think this is gonna be worth
yeah,
my
yeah,
time.
yeah.
I think she actually walked, because if you see the director's cut,
That
they mention it.
explains, yeah.
And there's an episode, it's a really creative episode where they go back in time and they're in past episodes.
Yeah.
And it was like that
And they're
voice.
like, sounds like
voice
somebody
is
who's
different. Lost
about
an
to miss out on a
opportunity.
huge opportunity.
They sure did.
That must have felt really good to do, because I'm sure how they felt some type of way about them being like,
But
"Nah."
she
yeah.
had been a few different people before they settled with Mila, right?
Really?
It was her and I think that Seth MacFarlane's a relative of his, because there was someone MacFarlane that did Meg's voice before, I believe. But no telling.
That show is so cool. I hear that voice acting just seems like the move, man. There's like an interview with Marge Simpson, and she's just like, yeah, I work for maybe 2 hours a week in an air-conditioned room. I say all my lines, and that's it. For the entire Simpsons season. I was just like, yeah,
I got
crazy.
paid so much more
That's so
money
crazy.
on not coming to the States, but Supermarket Sweep than Insecure. It is ridiculous.
Was it mostly voiceover?
It was all
all
voiceover.
voiceover.
Oh,
The,
shit.
the first season, all I said was, welcome back to Supermarket Sweep, and here's your host, Leslie Jones.
That was the whole...
Yes, that was.
And every episode, I got paid a crazy check for that.
More than Insecure episode by episode?
Absolutely.
Just from that intro VO? That's
Absolutely.
wild as
Yep.
hell.
And then
That's
when
so
I went
wild.
in and did it, like when I was like doing the commentary for them running through the aisles, it without seeing my face, it was ridiculous.
And how was it basically like one day of work that they just keep reusing?
Once a week.
But why did you have to say that Leslie Jones thing more than once?
Oh, no, for the Leslie Jones thing, no, that was just a check.
Recorded.
Like, yeah, they just paid me every month for that.
That's tight.
Every time the episodes drop. But for the weekly thing, when we were doing the commentary, I would have to go in because they were cutting the episodes as they go, and then I would just come in and do the commentary as they got the episode where they wanted it to be. Because sometimes they cut out stuff. So,
Was it a booth or was it something like this?
bro, it was like this, like a whole recording studio. I walk in, they got the iPad on because I'm looking at the directors and producers, what they want me to say, how they want me to say it. And then I have a script. So they have a writing team, and I'm supposed to say these certain things because certain things got harder emphasis. And like, oh, that's another water, or they got more sports drink. Like, they love the sports drink one. But then they also try to like throw little jokes in there. But it was crazy because if they tried to do a play on word like ice something, they had to get it cleared with legal to make sure that it wasn't infringement or copyright or anything, and they wouldn't get
For
sued
lyrics
for it.
and stuff?
Yeah.
Damn.
Or even just a play on words by using the lyrics. It was so crazy to think about. These are all the shit that they have to think
The red
about every
tape.
time they do an episode,
That's
or just
trash.
this is just one line in
Right.
the episode, but they would have to scrap the whole episode potentially because I might have used
Speaking
it
of
multiple times.
voiceover stuff, we just found out a friend of ours does voiceover for Dipsy. Are you
What is
familiar
that?
with that? So it's a basically an app, erotic stories, and it's tailored towards women, but the stories range. They're in episodes, and yeah, they just like follow a particular storyline. As you get yourself however many characters in that story.
It was like chapters?
Yeah, I mean they call them episodes,
Or
but
episodes, okay.
Yeah.
And it's this, they base them off different people. You can look up black voices, BDSM, like all sorts of things. It's really dope. But we just found out a friend of ours did voiceover for that.
It makes sense too.
And I was
for her.
like, you said it makes sense.
Yeah, a voice, yeah.
I'm like, man, voiceover sounds great. You don't have to put on makeup.
Bro, you ain't gotta put on no makeup. You ain't gotta get dressed.
Right.
That was like some of the producers. They were like in other parts of the country, obviously, and it's because this was during the height of like COVID. But they on vacation sometimes, where they just put on headphones. And I got one guy in the sound booth that's recording everything, and if they want to do it over, they'll like they mark everyone just in case they still want to use it or something like that. I would take breaks in between episodes. They got coffee out there waiting for me, tea, hot water, all the snacks that
It's
you
all
could ever
about the
want.
voice, yeah.
Yeah, and you just go back in there
No
and just
location
do
changes, camera setup.
None of
It's
that, bro.
Gold.
it. It was just easy peasy.
Gold. Kind of like a podcast.
So
We've been doing voiceover
But
for the last 2
podcast,
hours.
like, it's easier than that because I don't have to come up with the topics.
Oh,
there.
right. It's like a
they
script.
have a writing team. All that. I just got to go
It's
in
not
and
freestyle.
deliver this. I got a new thing. I didn't even get the chance to tell you about this one, but
tell
might
me
have
right now.
booked a like a character role for this commercial, and they're gonna do like I don't know, maybe like 10 rollout type things for it.
Oh, nice.
And so
Oh.
I would just be the face of this hip hop character for auto insurance. So.
What do you mean, character?
Nice.
Because it's a puppet.
Oh, okay. Are
Yeah,
you
so-
doing the puppet work?
So it's
No,
a
I'm
just doing
voice.
the VO?
Yeah, I'm
You're
just doing
just
a
the
voiceover,
voiceover.
and then the puppet
Dope.
work is going to do all of that. But
That's dope.
like, it's a company based in like Australia or something like that, and I would be the lead character. And
Australia?
Dope.
yeah. That's what the company's based at.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna have some slight racism.
No,
in the
yeah.
script.
Oh, yeah. So when Jason brought it to me,
Super
point.
yeah, when he brought it to me, he was like,
That's
"Yo,
why
if you
they
feel like you
got
gotta
him
ham it
doing a
up."
hip-hop character. Yeah.
First of all, I have songs on Spotify. Shut up.
Yeah, babes. So we go jump into this last one because it's super creepy before we close out.
Oh, that's why we want to close.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
Ed, and Eddie.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah. So this one says that they are in purgatory, which is like that's worse
cul-de-sac.
than being ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before
So-
Ghosts.
Right. Ed, and Eddie was a great show about the impossible world in which kids were going on adventures in their neighborhood and no adults were interjecting and telling them to knock it off. Seriously, there were no adults in this show, not even the Charlie Brown kind that sound like a trumpet. One theory suggests that is because the kids of the cul-de-sac are dead and they're all trapped in purgatory. That is so dark. Why are they always killing everybody?
Are these kids making
Killing
these, or are these
kids,
adults?
Yes.
Because I'm just trying to think, like, what
I
do you
feel
want?
like it's
out
a
of a
fuck them
cartoon?
kids type parents. It was like, I'm going to write something where the kids die. Die, kids. I can't
Those-
kill the ones in my house, but I can kill these motherfuckers.
Those kids did seem like the teeth, like silver teeth kids. Like
Yeah.
those were some badass. Those were some badass
What is
kids.
it, Black Air Force
Listen,
kids?
I never played with the kids with the silver teeth. I just knew them motherfuckers steal. Like that's the first thing I think of. Like anything you take off around them, they see you put it off where you put it, they're gonna steal it.
Yeah.
They
I
absolutely
had
gonna steal it.
a silver tooth cousin, and he definitely stole a lot. He did. I didn't know that was a thing.
I
but
just
yeah.
don't know what people want out of a cartoon. Like they want the parents, they want like the boring parts, or like this logic injected into these things. Like I like that show without the parents. I think it was fine without.
Sometimes we don't need them around when we talking about what the kids are doing, and we're talking to kids.
Everybody's dead. But then it's like when a cartoon tries to put some logic in it and they do Rugrats all grown up, everyone was like, ew, no, no.
Yeah.
So I don't get what we want, because I feel like, I don't know, aging cartoon
'cause
characters
people got
is
weird about Dora growing up too.
She grew up?
Yeah,
Oh,
Dora's like I think 12 or some shit now.
What was the parents? Was it Fairly Odd Parents or was it Johnny Bravo? The mom that had that crazy shape.
Dexter's Lab.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. All those cartoon character moms was thick as hell.
Right.
Thick as fuck. It was
Thick
like
as
this
hell.
is what happens
These
when there's no
perverts.
conspiracy theory. Like they just go wild. in the
Dexter's
writer's room.
mom was on some other stuff. Dexter's has some crazy conspiracy theories too, but
Oh, really?
yeah.
Really?
I think because it's
Tell
like
us about it.
I don't know. I think it's like he has some mental illness
Okay, I got you.
because he has this endless lab in a 2-story house that's very clearly not possible.
Right.
Not possible. Like there's like he'd be flying around his lab in a jet, and there'd be like back old forgotten parts, and then they do an exterior shot.
Well, I
It's
mean,
like
that's the same thing as Family Guy with Stewie. Every time he opens up that closet, it's like
huge.
his
Oh,
arsenal
right.
was
Big
ridiculous.
ass
Yeah.
Time machine.
Yeah, he just got a time machine parked in the closet. Come on, fam.
no, but Dexter's
Get it together.
Dexter's mom is up there with Miss Incredible.
Yeah, shape wise. All right. What
Yes.
Had the yams.
So,
do we miss something? Oh, Powerpuff Girls. Yeah.
Oh, the mayor's assistant.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mayor's assistant. Yeah,
I saw a clip. It was like a screenshot of her face. She like bent over and like the face, and it was like, "What? She has a face?" It might have been like a new episode. She was cute.
niggas.
She was cute. She
Yeah,
gave
I like that
Jessica.
shit.
She
I
gave
like that
Jessica
shit.
Rabbit vibes.
Yeah.
So, it continues. Long story short, each child is from a different era of the cul-de-sac's history, and all befell some tragedy in some different way. Now they're all living together in purgatory and going about their lives, only to be occasionally bothered by the demonic Canker sisters every so often.
They're demons.
Yeah.
The Canker sisters.
Yeah.
Got that.
It's another out there theory that takes extensive liberties in adding fiction that was never a part of the show.
I saw a video of like they went over like every kid and what what time period they're like. He died in the 1920s and like he drowned in the 1800s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting theory, but it's also like they all dress the same. You know what I mean? They all had that.
Like, where did you get these time
They
periods
all
from?
had that early 2000s drip.
Where did you get these time periods? Yes, I've
the
seen
drip.
that
You out here
too.
talking
Drip
about this dude died in England in slavery times, but ended up in this cul-de-sac. It's very strange.
I'm surprised you guys didn't bring up Courage. Courage the Cowardly Dog. That feels like the most conspiracy filled.
Please tell us about it.
I mean, I don't know if you guys watched it, but it's just
I
great.
watched it.
Every episode is just something, and he's a talking dog.
Yeah.
And he's trying to save his family every single episode, and that's the main thing that's wild about it. But then there'd be like people that are like supposedly mimic after real life events, and it's like supposedly a real place. I think in Kansas, where it's like this house. There's like a real picture of the house
I did see
with
that.
the windmill and stuff, and I was like, yo, this show is probably the scariest show they've ever put on like regular TV.
Yeah.
Right.
And that I watched it growing up and I was fine. But looking at it now, I'm like, man, this show is
fucked
But
up.
Kinda
wait,
creepy
isn't
as
the
hell.
story basically like the dog doesn't know anything outside the house because his owners are old and so they don't take him anywhere? That's the only story I've heard about.
Well, that's kind of
Courage.
I mean, I don't think they do take him anywhere.
Now,
So
they
it's like he
never go anywhere,
doesn't-
but he has to save them. Like they always have to
But
help them. But
Right.
they keep coming to the house, and then it's like this chaos.
Maybe
That might be
that's why
the
there's no
point, though.
conspiracy theories, because whatever sick person made all these was like, yeah, this is already dark. Like,
It was a
Right.
very dark cartoon.
yeah,
It
like,
was.
Courage is
It
already
was
dead.
crazy.
Like, I don't.
That Return to Slab one is the one people talk about. The dude was like outside, like, cause he had took something. I think Eustace took a piece from like a book
Oh,
or
the
something. And
zombie?
then he's like, return the slab outside the house.
I do remember that.
And it's like
and the
blue was
duck.
like a storm and everything. Like it was just the show was just like if they didn't give in to like
That
what they
is
were doing,
creepy.
there was chaos every episode.
Yeah, there was the duck episode too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry,
stop
y'all.
telling
That's
me what to
our engineer. That's Amir. Somebody was like, "Who is that talking?"
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost. That'd be a
We heard
tight
nothing the whole
podcast.
time. That'd be wild as fuck.
We just did a whole conversation.
That'd be a cool ass
but we didn't hear him.
podcast. One of the mics that was a ghost.
And we never.
That just haunted the studio.
We treat him like Daft Punk. We never say who
You have a
he is.
Ouija board
Just
right
the
here.
voice.
Just summon my co-host. His eyes roll back.
Oh my god!
And that's our episode for
Right.
today, guys.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much for watching. Patty D coming up that you want the people to check out.
Yes.
Hey, Patrick Cloud on everything.
There it is.
Oh,
As
yes.
always, I'm to hear more.
And I'm Farron Moore.
We'll see you on the next episode of More to the Story, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Yo.